last video, I put in the time and built a Helix preset that could effectively recreate my go-to sounds from my pedalboard and amp rig. Now, I think we got really close with the preset, but maybe more importantly, I just found the tones from the preset really inspiring to play on. Today, I'm gonna be breaking that preset down in depth. I'll show you how it sounds in context, as well as go over some of the effects blocks and snapshots I have set up. That way you can gauge the wide variety of tones I'm able to get from it, from clean, sparkling ambient leads to big distorted textures. Let's start with the demo. Every guitar track you just heard was recorded using the JM Pedalboard preset. I didn't add any different effects blocks or take any away. I just made snapshots specific to what I was trying to record. I mean, I did mix it, but that was very minor EQ and compression here and there. But for the most part, what you're hearing is pretty much the Helix. Just to give you an idea of the effects blocks I put in here, there's a polycapo for pitch shifting, there's compression, there's 2 stages of overdrive, there's a fuzz, there's an amp and a cab, there's an EQ for fine tuning, there's chorus, tremolo, and vibrato, there's a delay, and there's 2 stages of reverb. I'm pretty sure I maxed out the amount of effects blocks you can put in a preset. But what I love about this is it gives me a lot of different textures to create with and to create snapshots with, because I think that's where the real magic happens. So let's go ahead and take a look at snapshots. You've probably heard me talk about it on the channel before, but I pretty much exclusively use modelers in snapshot mode or scene mode, whatever we're calling it, depending on the platform. This preset comes with 8 pre-made snapshots that I think are pretty usable for whatever it is you're doing, but they're really just ideas, because I think you kind of have to fine-tune your snapshots based to how you're going to use the preset for the song you're on. In a nutshell, I just copy and paste my preset a bunch of different times, and I make new scenes and, adjust the BPM. But for today, I'm going to show you the 8 different snapshots I used in the demo you just heard at the beginning of this video. I'll include this with the download as well, but once again, I'd say make your own snapshots per song. That's how you're gonna get the most out of this preset. Let's start with snapshot 1. It's just your basic clean guitar sound. I'm gonna look real quick and see what's on it. So this preset has compression on, chorus, a quarter note delay, and then our first stage reverb. It's really a good all-around sound, and you can get some nice edge of breakup tones and warmth if you really dig into it with some chords. The second snapshot is called Edge. It just has the first stage overdrive and then the first stage reverb on. It's another pretty usable for almost any situation kind of sound, and just gives us a little more bite. next snapshot is called Drive, where I've stacked my two overdrive blocks together and added in my first stage reverb. I think it sounds good with all my guitars, but something about pairing it with the Les Pauls, probably the humbuckers, is just really, really rich. Pre-chorus of the demo you just heard, I actually used the exact same snapshot for the lead part. I just turned the delay effects block back on, and I thought it added a ton of dimension and feel. The next snapshot is called Solo, and I've turned almost everything on. I've got both drive effects blocks on, chorus, delay, and reverb. It's just that huge 80s solo guitar sound. This next snapshot is called Swells, and it's got a little bit of everything. It's got my first stage overdrive, chorus, delay, and tons of reverb. Just in case there wasn't enough of it already, this next snapshot is called 80s, and it's that quintessential clean 80s chorus tone. Snapshot 7 is called Soft Lead, and it's a pretty affected tone. There's tons of reverb, a pretty prominent delay, chorus, and a light overdrive. Snapshot 8 is called Big Wash, and it's essentially the same sound as Soft Lead, but it's got a stacked overdrive, so it's much more gainy. This is the patch I used for that main hook you heard in the demo. This preset really does inspire joy when I play on it in a way that I haven't experienced with the modeler in a while. Now, I think it really just boils down to that the delays and reverbs in the Helix are just so good that it reminds me of playing with my Strymons again. Does it sound as good? I'll let you be the judge, but even if it doesn't, I'm like really happy with my guitar tone. It sounds expansive and rich and wide. I think it's awesome. If you want to grab a copy of this preset for yourself, I've got a link to it in the description. Otherwise, let me know what you think in the comments, leave a like on the video before you head out, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.